Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Everton Career Mode. So first off, in this episode, we do have a training drill to do for all of the players here. I did put in Lukaku again because he's back from injury, but he did get a little bit of growth, getting a C there. But we do have our first game in this episode against West Brom in the second game of the Premier League, and I was hoping for an easy win here since we got that 2-0 loss against the Spurs, which I was pretty frustrated about. But this is the West Brom lineup. They do have Alan Neal, which is a great defender, Darren Fletcher, Nasser Chadley, Solomon Rondon, and they do have Sadio Berahino on the bench that they could bring on. And our lineup for this game is going to be Stecklenburg and Netlick, just the usual team other than bringing in Aaron Lennon on the right because Deulofeu is injured, and we also brought in Demarai Gray on left mid. We do have Lukaku on the bench because I wanted to bring him on near the later end of the game because Valencia and Cleverley have been doing well together. But in the 5th minute here, they do get a chance, and Stecklenburg with a great save. So 5th minute, they do have a corner. Nasser Chadley is going to take this one, and he's going to whip this one in short post, and Chris Brunt is going to head that one over the top of the net. So into the 10th minute here, great through ball over to Valencia. Valencia holding it up, playing it over Darren Fletcher. Or no, it's not Darren Fletcher, Tom Cleverley, sorry. And good low driven shot, but they do clear it. So it does move on into the 36th minute here. McCarthy over the top through ball, over to Aaron Lennon. Great touch, plays it back over to Seamus Coleman on his left foot and puts that off the crossbar. I don't know why he took it with his left foot. I was hoping for his right foot, but that's okay. But Valencia running through here, dribbling through, little dip,
if you don't know about
finesses
Vigo,
it.
check out the...
Bye, have a great time.
Not the greatest of shots, but we'll deal with it. So that was the end of the first half there. So the match facts, I will bring up here in a second. I believe we were having a little bit more possession and quite a few more shots. Yeah, we had double their shots. They didn't even have a single shot on target. And we did have 59% possession and 93% passing accuracy. So before the second half starts here, they do take off Darren Fletcher and bring on Craig Gardner. Good little player, but not one of the players that I would use in my team ever. So into the 87th minute here, Sadio Berahino dribbling through, plays this over to it. Well, try to play it into the middle there. McCarthy with bad touch. Leighton Baines bounced off his back, and Berahino 6-1 in the back of the net.
I like it.
I don't really have anything to say about this because Leighton Baines just literally hit off his back and he ran away from the ball. I don't know what he was doing, but West Brom took advantage of the bad defense error, really, and just put that one in the back of the net. Sadio Berahino coming on as a substitute, but as you can see there, Leighton Baines hitting off his back, Sadio Berahino just putting out one past Stecklenburg, but I think Stecklenburg should be doing a little bit better than that. But 93rd minute came and we did not get the equalizer late on. So we did lose our second game in the Premier League to West Brom, one of the least expected teams to win against us really in the Premier League. But we did lose 1-0, and they did bring it back in the second half. They had a little bit more shots, 2 more shots on target than they did in the first half, and they brought back the possession just a little bit more. So we did do a few more training drills after that game, and we did switch up the team here. So what I did end up doing was bringing Cleverley into that cam position because I wasn't really enjoying Barkley at the moment because I want to keep on using Cleverley, but I did switch Jagielka for Funes Mori, brought in, still kept Stecklenburg in there, brought out Aaron Lennon, and I did put Demarai Gray in there, and Fosu Mensah. So I did give Fosu Mensah his debut against Stoke City, but I did bring Demarai Gray on the left and brought Bolasie onto the right since Bolasie can play on that right mid spot. So we do jump into the game against Stoke City here, and the Stoke City game, I was a little bit nervous for it, but I wasn't at the same time. As you can see, Fosu Mensah, 18 years old, 6'3", one of the like best young players that I could use for CDM in this game. Great potential, but Stoke City, they do have a solid team, but this is our team here. As you can see, Timothy Fosu Mensah on his debut, Demarai Gray for his second game, and we did have Lukaku up top starting for us today. We did have Valencia and Morales on the bench still. So the Stoke City team, they do have Jack Butland, great keeper in this game. Shawcross, solid defender. They do have Shaqiri, Arnautovic, and Wilfred Bonny, and they did have Mamdiouf on the bench that they could bring on as a super pacey sub. So the game starts off here. They start passing around. Glenn Whelan trying to drive this out over to Arnautovic. Passes into Peters. Passes over Glenn Whelan. So I was putting on some pressure with Yannick Bolasie here. Steal the ball from Jeff Cameron. Trying to dribble through. I don't know what I was doing there, but Martin Zinti with a bad defensive error takes it off of him. Plays that through ball over Lukaku, and that makes it 1-0. Like 4 minutes into the game. I don't even know how we scored that early. No, not even 3 minutes into the game. It was already 1-0. It was bad defensive play from their team, really. We just capitalized on the opportunity and took that goal. As you can see here, just made Shawcross turn that extra little bit, got him off balance, and Lukaku with an easy finish. Nobody's going to get there. So into the 21st minute here, Shawcross already on yellow, playing it over to Peters, driven pass, and Lukaku just picks it up, easy finish, tidy finish, right in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 into the 22nd minute. I don't know what Peters was doing. It was bad pass. But Lukaku, I think it was his first Premier League start of the season so far, and he's already got 2 goals before the first half even ended, really. Jacob Butland didn't get the save or anything, just kind of flopped in the air. Made it look like he was attempting to, but as you can see there, Romelu Lukaku, 2 goals in the Premier League, and both coming in this game. So the game does kick off here into the 45th minute, and Wilfred Bonny brings it down, and the ref blows it for halftime. So the first half was a good half. Obviously got 2 goals, which is great because we weren't getting too many goals before, even in the preseason tournament, but we haven't scored in the Premier League up until this point because I brought in Lukaku, and he did make an impact. As you can see there, those were the match stats. The game was a little bit more in our favor, but we do start off the game here cleverly passing it into Fosu Mensah, doing a little bit of dribbling, and it moves into the 65th minute. So Bolasie tries to clear, bad clearance. Affley wins the header over to Mbula, and Mbula sticks that in the back of the net. So that's 2 times that we've had bad defensive errors, but Stecklenburg should have got to both of them. I don't know how Mbula got that off-balance shot, but it was fair play to him. It was a great shot in reality, but it was a tight angle, and I feel like Stecklenburg should have got a hand to it at least instead of letting it bounce off his chest. As you can see here, Affley wins the header off balance and just sticks that one. He literally fell over and just let it bounce off his chest into the net. But you know what? It's FIFA. Stuff happens. This game is poo sometimes. So we do start off the game here. Bolasie doing a little bit of skills. McGeady spin. Arnautovic steals the ball. Sprints down the line. Keeps on sprinting. Almost straight to the byline. Takes one more touch. Swings it into Wilfred Bonny and puts that one in the back of the net. So 2 goals within about a minute and a half, and we were 2-0 up. I was pretty mad at this point because I did not want to throw another winnable game away because I thought we were going to win against the West Brom, and at this point I thought you know what, we might actually lose to Stoke City if they get another counterattack or something like that, and Wilfred Bonny sticks the ball in the back of the net. But what I did end up doing here after the replay, I did pause the game and I did throw in Joel Robles in for Stecklenburg because I wasn't really enjoying him, but I did take out cleverly and bring in Barkley, and I took out Bolasie, I think, or no, I put Gray into the middle because I want to try him at Cam, and I brought in Morales. But into the 81st minute here, great pass over to Lukaku driving that into the back of the net, sheer pace, sheer strength, and Romelu Lukaku with the hat trick on his freaking Premier League debut this season. Already making an impact, getting 3 goals, and that is the sealer for the game. We did, in fact, win this game. I was glad that we won this just to get a win under our belt in the Premier League season because I didn't want to go on a 3-loss streak at the start of the Premier League. But as you can see there, Romelu Lukaku, 3 goals in the Premier League, all 3 goals in this game. I was so happy with this. But into the 86th minute here, a little bit of skills with Bolasie, little ball roll. Little stop and turn, plays that ball into James McCarthy, and he's there to finish it. I don't know why he was there. He plays CDM. He's not playing as striker. He's not playing as Cam, but I'm glad he was there. Makes it 4-2. That's his first goal for Everton this season. I don't even think he scored in the preseason tournament, but you know what? Always got to get your first goal for your club at some point, and even though we were winning this game comfortably, we did put one into the back of the net with McCarthy, so I was happy with that. But in the 93rd minute here, they do swing across, and Morales wins that header, and that was the end of the game. So we did, in fact, win this game 4-2 against Stoke City. I thought we were going to lose this one since it was 2-2, but Romelu Lukaku picking up the hat-trick ball, really a great game from him, kissing the ball. I'd be happy with that too. So these are the match facts here. They did have the same amount of shots. We had one more shot on target. They had a little bit more possession. We had a little bit more shots, but other than that, they had more possession, better stats than us in general. So we do move into some training here, and Lukaku does grow in a little bit more stats. So does Funes Mori. So we do advance here, and I check an email and just delete that. But if you do enjoy the episode, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see if I can get out another video for tomorrow. But I'm out.